Okay, can we talk about Irma, specifically that center of circulation and that interaction it may be seeing that eye wall with that north coast of Cuba? What does that mean going ahead as far as the forecast?
It probably won't make a big difference for us, but it makes a huge difference for Cuba, of course, if you have a landfall of a Category 4 or Category 5 hurricane. It might disrupt the circulation a little bit by passing over land. It might bring the winds down a bit, but ultimately the overall pattern won't change because of this land interaction. Again, really what's going to count is how far west does the center go when it makes that turn. That makes all the difference in the world for South Florida. Probably makes a difference in whether we get Category 3 or 4 conditions versus getting Category 1 or maybe Category 2 conditions here.
Ed, the Hurricane Center has a few models there, some of those research models that you don't have permission to share. Are those pretty much in agreement with the ones that we've been showing?
Yes, they pretty much the consensus is that the storm will turn. It's not quite sure, again, as we said, where that turn will occur, but regardless, it looks like the Florida Keys are in for a really bad time. The worst of it's going to be there, as you know, with the storm surge. We had that video we were showing a minute ago with the storm surge in the background. But the winds, we don't know yet, as you've been saying, whether it'll be mostly on the west coast, but still possibly on the east coast.
You've got that storm surge animation. I've been doing some radio interviews. I haven't heard if you've shown that lately, but if you haven't, can you show that again?
Well, what we're showing now is storm surge video is from past storms, just so people can see what it looks like and the kind of damage it can do. These are from cases like Katrina and others, but the surge you're seeing back here are really only cases where we have 4 or 5 feet of surge, whereas we're expecting 5 to 10 feet in the Keys, and potentially along our coast if the winds do come as high as the highest as the maximum. Otherwise, the highest surge will be out on the southwest coast instead.
I remember the Labor Day hurricane in 1935, one of the Cat 5 hurricanes actually swept cars off the overseas highway there that they found cars out in Florida Bay years after the hurricane.
Right, and of course it knocked over the rescue train that they sent to get the workers out. So it shows how strong not only how important the surge is, but the ways how strong they are and what they can do to structures that are on the Keys.
Yeah, and are you still, you talk to us about where that surge will be. I know most people think it's to the right side, but talk a little bit about elsewhere.
Well, the surge will be mostly on the right side, but in this case, when it passes through, let's say the center comes across the peninsula like this, it's going to be a problem for the Keys in both when it passes having a north wind and having the south wind. And in some cases out in the west, they'll probably get both. And in this case, again, could get to 5 to 10 feet of surge from one side and then the 5 to 10 feet of surge from the other side after the storm passes.
And even up the peninsula, we're going to have storm surge on both sides too, especially on that west coast. I think a lot of people don't understand that they're going to have that on the south side of the eye as it moves up the peninsula on the Gulf Coast.
That's right. In fact, you can see, relatively speaking, which area is more vulnerable. On the southwest coast, there's a lot larger area that can flood from storm surge than there is on the southeast coast. So if indeed the storm center comes ashore further to the west, it's going to be extremely dangerous on the southwest coast, and that's where we would think that 6 to 12 feet of surge can occur when the winds are coming in this direction. And of course, as the center gets farther north, as you've been talking about, the onshore flow will drive that water up onto the coast.
Right. Ed Rappaport from the National Hurricane Center, thank you so much for that update. We'll be checking in with you throughout the night.
Thank you.
Can I just say one thing, if we have enough time here? We're focused on Cuba, the Bahamas, and South Florida. The Hurricane Center forecasters, they're not just working Irma, but they're working Jose and Katia. They've got 3 hurricanes out there, and when they have to call these islands to coordinate the watches and warnings. They've agreed to, we did this decades ago actually, and so we help coordinate the watches and warnings for the entire region, the Caribbean and all these islands, and they're already, as the watches and warnings go up the state, I mean, they're already talking to the weather source offices in Tampa and Melbourne and Jacksonville and up in Georgia and even the Carolinas. So they've got a lot of people to coordinate with, and I know they've got to be getting tired.
Yeah, hands are full all the way. What a long weekend ahead.